your host, Sean Myrie. Please subscribe, like, comment, all that good stuff. Recent news. Once again, Drake in the comments. Recently, people, a popular podcast from Toronto, they had a conversation about Drake before he became a superstar that people in the city really did not F with him, right? And that's true because I know some of the history. You can see it in the comments, right? You can't really see it too clear, but you know what I'm saying. Drake attacks again, right? Champagne Pappy. You can see a little bit of that up there, right? But yeah, Drake is in his feelings again. Once again, he replies through comments on a Toronto local podcast. He does not go on the podcast in the flesh. He's just talking on Instagram post. I don't know what this is, what's really going on in his head, but he needs to give that platform an interview. I think it's about time. He's always in Toronto doing a lot of stuff. Might as well go on the podcast. Like instead of replying to comments, right, on Instagram, instead of replying to comments like in the Instagram, why don't you just go on the platform, right? People, I guess it's a call out in a way. They're saying that people didn't really frig with Drizzy, they didn't really fuck with him, but that's true. A lot of artists, a lot of people in the city, especially the old heads back when Drake was fresh, they didn't they didn't mess with his music. They thought he was whack. They thought he was a nerd, right? And when he got signed to Young Money in America, got the American co-sign, everybody jumped on the bandwagon, right? Including the platforms, right? A lot of people they didn't mess with Drizzy, Drake, Champagne Pappy, the Sixth God. Now he's almost a billionaire or a billionaire, world superstar. Now everybody wants to jump on the bandwagon with Drake, right? I knew about this a long time ago. I said this on the podcast many times. A lot of people wasn't fucking with Drake. They didn't really like him because back then it was that gangster rap. That was the big thing. That was the big theme. Gangster music, not that soft R&B hip hop. That was phasing out. You get what I'm saying? 2010. So it's actually facts. He's in the comments with his feelings again on a local Toronto podcast, talking instead of going on the platform. Drake, you need to go on the platform. I'm a Toronto platform too. I don't know if he chooses to go on that platform or come on the Down to Earth podcast network. But he's in his feelings once again, and he is talking a lot, right? Replying to people. What's going on, man? This is kind of a little bit different. He's probably at home, relaxed, and he's, in his feelings, man. He's in his feelings, seeing this platform's commentary, hearing about people basically talking about him in a way which he does not like. It was pretty long, man. Pretty long. Let me show you again. It's not that clear, right? He said he never had to beg. Never had to beg, right? And he fucked up the cipher. That's what he replied to. That back in the days, there was a ciphers going on. One cipher, I don't know the exact cipher, but saying that he fucked it up, right? Saying that he was nice, and that's why he's where he is right now, right? Drake, Champagne Pappy. Yeah, a lot of artists jump on the bandwagon now, or people in Toronto. They've been jumping on the bandwagon in the recent years, but in the beginning, a lot of people did not frig with Drake. Straight up. A lot of you are guilty, right? I criticize Drake a lot. I'll admit that I criticized him a lot from the beginning. Never was a glazer. Always respect him for putting the spotlight on Toronto. But I never glazed Drake one bit. No relationship with him. Nothing like that. Don't got his phone number. I'd never talked to him. Nothing like that. But we are a Toronto platform. So far, he hasn't been on any Toronto platform, right? But all he does is comment. This is going to go viral again. The last time he commented on the same platform, it went viral, right? Now, this one is probably going to go viral too, all through America, all over the world, right? It's true. Toronto did not fuck with Drake, right? So when the Not Like Us came out and Kendrick was killing him in the battle, right? People in Toronto want to act like, yo, they're so patriotic for Drake, but a lot of people, they never liked Drake and they still don't like Drake to this day. Just be honest. Don't be a bandwagonist, right? That's why a lot of people likes Kendrick Lamar. That's why they came out to that show. Thousands of them, because not everybody liked Drake. But a lot did jump on the bandwagon when he got signed to Young Money with Lil Wayne and Birdman. Yes, a lot of people jumped on the bandwagon. Drake had to battle in Toronto in the beginning of his career. He had a couple battles. Definitely. He had a lot of battles, right? And I think he got robbed too in the city. I think he got robbed. That's how much they didn't respect him. I think he got robbed, right? People were bullying him. They didn't take him seriously back in the days. They didn't take him serious until he got that American cosign, straight up, right? So now he's all up in the comments because people are calling him out. But he has a relationship with this platform, right? He has a relationship with this platform. We love hip hop. So that's why he's all up in the comments. He just doesn't comment on anybody's post. So this is kind of helping that platform go more viral, right? Drake, Champagne Pappy, once again in his feelings. People, please subscribe. Subscribe, man. More's coming out, trust me. More's coming out from this brother. He's going to be talking more because a local platform basically had somebody, JB, I think, elder artist from Toronto, telling a story about Drake, how they didn't respect him as much and how he wish he got that feature. A lot of you guys wish you got that feature now, who was hating on Drake back in the days, right? A lot of you. You wish you got that feature, right? JB is an artist from back in the day, if you want to call it, right? Street rapper, if you want to call him a gangster rapper. He said it straight up. A lot of rappers are scared to talk like that and be honest. A lot of you weren't frigging with the boy. You weren't playing. You didn't want to have nothing to do with him when he came out until 2010. Then he got the cosign, and everybody wanted to jump on the bandwagon. That's facts. This is your host Sean Myrie of the Down to Earth Network, the Down to Earth podcast. Please subscribe.